It's not that easy being green. Having to spend each day the color of the leaves, when I think it could be nicer being red or yellow or gold or something much more colorful like that.
Hi, I'm Robin Bensley, and welcome to Chow Time. Today's recipe is called Chinese green beans. I was inspired by a Chinese restaurant for this recipe, and this is the only way I make green beans. I guarantee when you try this, you'll never make green beans any other way. Now, we're going to use regular green beans, but actually, my favorite kind of green beans happens to be this kind, which is the French style of green beans. It's a little thinner, it's a little sweeter, and they're called haricots verts. Haricot in French means beans, and vert means green. So in other words, in France, they call them bean greens. Those French people crack me up. Actually, the French language is my favorite language. It's so beautiful. Like, here we say mushrooms. In France, they say champignon. Here we say cauliflower. In France, they say chou-fleur. Hello, bonjour. It's such a beautiful language. Well, speaking of France, let's go make Chinese green beans. First thing is we're just going to trim the green beans. So what I do is I kind of line them up on the cutting board like this. You get them all going in one direction, and you push them together like that. Then I trim the ends off. And I flip them around, and I once again do that to get those little funny ends off of there. Okay, my green beans, this big pile of green beans, is all trimmed, and so I'm going to transfer them to one of my cast iron skillets. And then you want to cover them with water We're going to bring it to a boil. And so we're going to cook these for about 10 minutes until they're tender. You want to kind of keep testing them because you don't want them to be mushy, but you don't want them to be too crunchy. So we just let them simmer in nothing more than water. You don't need any seasonings right now. Just water and beans. Okay, bean test. Let's see here. Okay, they've been in for about 12 minutes. So let's see. Oh, they're perfect. They have just a little bit of bite to them, but they're very tender. That's what you want, very tender. Okay, we're ready to dress them. So we're going to drain them. Put them back in the pan, and then we're going to make them Chinese. Okay, now we want to drizzle just a tablespoon or two of olive oil on the beans. That'll give them a nice shine, a nice crisp. And then we're going to add garlic, lots of garlic. This is probably 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. But that's an awful lot of green beans. And then a drizzle of soy sauce. And a little bit of dark sesame oil, which you never cook with, you just flavor with. Dark sesame oil. Just a little sprinkling of that. And actually, this is the secret ingredient. Sugar. You just need a little light dusting of sugar. Right over the beans. Just like that. We're going to toss everything together. Let the garlic do its thing. And then once you've added the ingredients, you just toss it for maybe a minute. That's all it takes, is about a minute. And then your Chinese green beans are done. Now, if you're a vegetarian, this could be a meal unto itself. And I actually like to use chopsticks when I eat Chinese green beans, so... I can hear them squeaking in my teeth. It tastes so fresh and wonderful, and the garlic and the soy sauce, and you can just taste everything. This is absolutely the only green bean recipe
I am green, and it'll do fine. It's beautiful, and I think it's what I want to be.